Some would play.
H8?
Totally didn't hit record. Now it's recording.
Well, that's good because we didn't record any of that loud static.
Yeah.
Because that was obnoxious.
Yeah, and also, yeah. When do you use a D12? Ever?
Some weapons.
I feel like I
some
rolled
hit
a D12.
dice. Some hit die or D12.
I feel like one time there was a 6D12. I don't remember what the situation was. But
Probably one of your crazy, ridiculous spells, if I had to guess.
I've got a cursed D12.
Why?
Just because I got it from a Patreon.
Oh, right. That's right. You tweeted you finally got your
It's your spite die, right?
spite die. Yeah.
It's a D12, though, so
Someday he just wants to use a spite die.
it's dope. I got to start watching Twitch. Ugh, Jesus Christ. Well, I need another place to watch things. You're killing me.
what's wrong with Twitch?
It's another place to watch things,
Nothing
man.
is wrong with Twitch.
Just put stuff on YouTube. What's wrong with people? Anyway.
Stream live on YouTube.
Spencer is DMing some like Dungeons and Dragons on Twitch for these guys. I don't know. So I gotta watch it because of trouble.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll watch Spencer. Shout out to Spencer. He doesn't know
Is
who
the
we are.
video on demand there also on Twitch? Or do they have to move it to YouTube for video on demand? Is Twitch only live is what I'm asking.
No, Twitch is not only live. You can get VODs, video on demand. Yeah,
Yes.
VODs. Yeah, you can go to the creators channel and past streams will be there that you can watch,
I like to say things out.
like home box office.
Yes. Because if I said VOD, like you would not have a clue what I
I
was
would
talking
not have a
about.
clue.
I
what you
would.
meant.
I don't have a clue.
See, when you said
You
video
made me
on
feel better,
demand,
thanks.
I was lost.
I'm
I
here
was
to
like,
help.
Oh wait,
I
that's
feel like
a
you
VOD.
know those
Well,
things. So
you know, the first time I read it, I had to parse it in my head. I was like, the VOD is available here. And I'm like, video on demand. Okay. I didn't instantly know what that meant. I was like, we're talking about a video, V. All right. Oh, video on demand. All right. Yes. So I could go watch it after it was live.
Yep,
Dope.
you sure can.
It's only a few episodes in, so I should probably get on that at some point because I'm certain he's doing a great job.
Probably way better than me.
You're doing a great job, too.
I don't know about all that, but
Spencer's been doing it a lot
Spencer's
longer.
been doing it for a lot longer. This is the second game I've ever DM'd. Second? Yeah, second.
well, you're doing a great job.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I think he took improv classes.
Oh, I've never taken improv classes.
I feel like maybe I
Comedy
should.
comes in threes.
Yeah. I feel like Spencer took improv and now he's good at improv. And I'm like, that's probably a good skill to have.
Speaking of improv,
Maybe I
I
should
finished
just look up some videos.
season 5 of Rick and Morty, and goddamn evil Morty. Hopefully we've seen the last of him. I know we haven't, but goddamn it.
It's good. You know, those episodes were pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
I hope that show holds up in 20 years.
It probably will.
At the rate they're making it, it'll still be on television.
Yeah, we might be in 20 years. We might have like season 8.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They'll have finally finished off all the episodes that were ordered
Yeah,
this last time.
yeah, they can take their time.
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
fine. It's a great show.
I was about to say they should take their time with it.
Now, if they take their time and it's bad, we got problems. We're going to have words.
I take it you've never been to Ireland.
No,
Okay,
I don't do that.
I can tell by your shirt.
This is a shirt everyone got who did the beer run.
Okay,
So I don't know. Maybe the beer run people never went to Ireland.
probably not,
But I also did not go to Ireland.
because there is a huge strife between the orangies and the greenies.
What does that even mean? You're just making shit up.
No, I'm really not. I'm really
no
not.
oranges and greenies.
Well, I mean, that's not their names, but yeah, there's strife between
It's
them.
just a guy named Jack and a guy named Jim. That's all.
Oh,
Creative.
gross. It all sounds terrible. Jack Daniels and Jim Beam are fucking awful.
I like Jim Beam.
Oh, you would.
Big fan. Sour mash, baby.
Gross.
I love it.
Gross.
I love when I go to a bar and I'm like, what's your
Oh, I
what's your
forgot the snackies I brought for everybody in my car.
what's your well bourbon? And they're like Jim Beam, and I'm like,
Yeah, I brought
dope.
chocolate croissants from Costco.
I'll get
Big
them.
old bag of chocolate.
Dav's like, I volunteer.
Yeah.
Listeners, Jim Beam's good, right?
No,
You guys like it?
no.
What's wrong with Jim Beam?
It's disgusting.
It's delicious.
It's cheap, and there's way better whiskey.
Oh yeah, it was way better, but Also costs more. Look, the point of drinking is to get drunk. That's
There is better bottom shelf whiskey
That's
than
why I
Jim
buy
Beam.
very old Barton, because it's cheap and it gets you drunk and it doesn't taste bad.
Bro, I have a crystal decanter now. Poured my scotch into it. Oh, I can't wait to drink some.
Scotch is not great.
Scotch is amazing.
It's very
Delicious?
bad.
No, scotch is so good.
It,
Well, I mean, I expect nothing less from somebody who drinks Jim Beam and likes it. Of course you don't like scotch.
gross. Gin is also gross.
Gin is terrible. I
Super
hate
gross.
gin. Alcohol should not make my mouth dry.
I had this Sam's
Shouldn't make me
Club
more thirsty.
advent calendar with booze, and there was French vodka in there. It's weird. And then
French
American vodka.
Yeah, Grey Goose is French vodka.
Man, this was like, Members Mark brand French vodka. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? You're not making it in France, weirdos. You're just making it. What is the different recipe? It's vodka. It's very simple. It's a simple recipe.
Yeah,
Just like Alton Brown says, the cheapest vodka, you run it through like a Brita filter a few times, and you've got the high-class
high
vodka.
quality vodka. Yeah, exactly.
It's just filtered more. So just run it through a Brita. It's all good. You could buy
Grey
the
Goose
cheapest.
vodka.
I love
is
Alton
so-
Brown.
I
Me too.
cannot imagine Skull tasting any better after it's been through the filter, but I believe him. I just can't imagine it because it is awful. That's what I love about bourbon. The lowest shelf bourbon is better every day of the week than the lowest shelf vodka.
That's absolute truth.
Low shelf
100%.
vodka is garbage.
100%.
But I guess if you have a Brita, you can turn it into Grey Goose, baby.
yeah, just filter it numerous times.
Chopping.
Shout out to my brother-in-law's blog called Sipology. He goes to distilleries and he reviews their whiskey and drinks and stuff.
Hey, brother-in-law, how do you feel about Jim Beam?
Probably doesn't like it. He's kind of a whiskey elitist.
Snob.
Kind of a whiskey snob.
Sounds like a good guy.
He likes
He is.
spending
You guys would-
$100 when he could have spent $20.
You guys would like him.
I would like him.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Just based on his disdain for Jim Beam alone, I already like him.
It's a rich tradition. The sour mash, baby.
Yeah, I think you can buy it with food stamps.
Delicious. And that they should be able to. You should
Because
be able to buy anything
get that
with food
shit
stamps.
in Kentucky,
I advocate.
and it's one of the poorest states in the nation.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep voting for Turtle Face McBallchin, but
Give you one reason.
ridiculous. Racist as fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck Kentucky.
Just need a
Kentucky, you
few-
suck.
Million well-timed funerals.
You're not in a great state comparatively anyway.
Compared to Indiana, compared to Kentucky, oh, we're
Indiana's got
definitely
more
doing
Ku
way
Klux
better.
Klan than Kentucky does.
That's
I mean,
that-
do they really
that's
though?
not, ideal.
Yeah, we do.
Do we really?
We do.
Shit.
The problem is they just all live up north.
I wish racism didn't exist. It's so weird.
It doesn't make sense.
I was listening to a podcast about slavery, and it was all like, prior to the discovery of, the African continent or whatever by the whites, it was like, just poor white people being slaves.
Yeah.
And they're like, slaves everywhere, baby. Oh, you committed a crime. You're a slave now, homie. And it's like, oh, all right. I guess I'm a slave now. Then they discovered Africa, and they were like, we need more slaves. And then the Pope was like, you can't make Christian slaves. And they're like, well, fucking what? But we have all these slaves. Let's go get some black people.
I found a YouTube channel of this really cool girl she's a historian and she's also a museum tour guide in London. And she did a video like questions white people ask me about slavery when there's only white people in the group. And she was like, if I am doing a tour, giving a tour and they're all white people.
Weren't more Irish people slaves?
Yeah, she was saying, like, well, what about Irish people? What about this? What about didn't Africans enslave Africans? And she's like, and if there's one black person in the group, like, nobody asks those questions.
Yeah.
So she went through and addressed all those one at a time and just basically was like, I wonder why you feel this way. I wonder why you feel, like basically just like insinuating that, probably racism.
Yeah.
So
Probably racism. That's got to be a podcast somewhere, right? Like just the title. Probably racism. If not, buying that domain immediately. Just go through news articles like, why is such and such? Probably racism. The
Thanks for
answer is
listening to our
always
show.
racism. But why did the market crash? Racism. Why won't they pass this bill that everyone wants to be passed? Racism. Surprise. It's all racism.
Oh, it's so obnoxious.
Racism or me?
White people
Oh, yes.
always bringing up perceived plight of other white people when somebody wants to talk about slavery of Africans.
Yeah.
That's it's just absurd. That's not the topic of conversation, jackass. Let's stick to the
Right.
topic.
Yeah, Jack.
And she was saying how, like, when she was giving tours, even people would ask her things like, well, why are we trying to bring up this old history? And she's like, you realize you're in a museum, right?
Museum, baby.
Why are we bringing up history? Why are you here?
Right.
I get so annoyed with people who get pissed that we're destroying statues of Confederate generals and shit down in the South.
Oh, jeez.
And then they always say they're erasing our history, tearing it all down. No one's going to remember it. And I usually say, yeah, you're right. No one remembers that wall in Germany either. What was that wall? Do you guys remember what that wall was called?
Oh,
it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't exist.
Yeah,
anymore.
It was
exactly.
called
It's gone.
the
It's erased.
anime wall.
Stupid.
Definitely.
Like, no.
The
no.
bebop wall.
We know what it was. And I was like, okay, then they're not erasing history. They're just tearing down racist monuments. That's their heritage. Yeah? Well, then why don't we build statues to Sherman who burnt that bitch to the ground? Because I'm from New York and that's my heritage. Let me throw some of them bitches up Sherman's Great March when he went all the way to the east and just burnt every fucking thing he could. Oh, what a fucking Chad. What a giga Chad. Fucking Sigma.
I don't use this fucking power enough at all. I'm going to use it as soon as possible.
So high level, you forget all the shit that you can do.
Fuck. Dope. That's dope. I got a bunch of other dope, abilities, but that one, I just fucking ignore it. Unreal. I could walk on water and I just don't. Unreal.
Can you walk on lava? That's the question.
We're gonna. We might
Because
find
you
out
are
tonight.
what? You're fire resistant, right?
Is
Can you walk on
lava
lava?
a liquid?
It means molten rock. So
Is that the liquid state of rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, magma would be the liquid state of rock.
I mean, at 9th level, I gained the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on my turn without falling during my move.
you know why you haven't had to move vertically across surfaces?
Correct.
I gave
Why?
you wings, yeah. Yeah, I gave you wings.
It'd still be cool to
Forgot
do.
about
You know
that.
what I mean? Like, I'm walking on lava.
oh, when you said you could walk on water, I thought you were talking about you, Matt, and not Ari. I was like, I was like, wow, I didn't realize Matt was that.
That would turn me Catholic right quick if I could walk on water.
I'll get to practicing. That's what it takes.
I'd be like, oh, there's the
You
Messiah.
heard the man.
It's like, wow, Matt.
Hook me up.
I
I've
knew.
been podcasting with the Messiah forever? Wow.
I mean, I knew you thought you were God's favorite, but I didn't think that you could walk on water.
For sure. That is 100% true.
Don't feed into that. I have to live with it.
She's feeding into the belief that I believe I'm God's favorite. I do. I mean, how else do you explain my life? Magic. I'm the worst.
We're not the worst.
God loves it. Big fan.